This year, the 2014 World Cup will be played in Brazil. Brazil in the past has dominated the World Cup as they have won 5 championships, which is more than any other country that's ever played in the World Cup. The most recent title came in 2002. The Italians are the only other country that are close to winning, or have close to the same amount of number of titles as the Brazilians have, as they've won 4 titles. The Brazilians are currently the favorites to win the 2014 World Cup. The way the Brazilians are passionate about the World Cup is the way that Americans are passionate about the Super Bowl. Soccer is the most popular sport in the world, which makes the World Cup the most watched sporting event in the world. Soccer is a universal sport that is very easy to learn. When I was little, I lived in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I played in a youth league called AYSO. And this is an age group from ages like 4 to 7, and the goal of this league was to teach you the basic fundamentals of how to play soccer. And they have these leagues all throughout the world, and as I got older, I moved to Lexington, Kentucky, and played another one of these leagues called LYSA, L-Y-S-A. And after that point, I decided that I didn't really want to play soccer anymore. But had I continued to play soccer, I would have joined a select team, and this was for kids who are a little bit older, starting at around age 12 years old. And these kids played more, not for the basic fundamentals, but at a more competitive skill set, and it was to compete with others. My friend Kaisuke, he was a Japanese friend of mine that had just moved from Japan, and I knew him because we were neighbors, but he also played for this Lexington FC team, and he made most of his friends through soccer, showing its universality. And the World Cup has the same effect. It ties in the cultures. The World Cup is a promoter of peace between different countries. It allows countries like the United States and other countries like Iraq, which we're currently in conflict with, even though they're not in the World Cup this year, if they were in the World Cup, it would show that our countries have similarities and that the people can get along. And one of the silly commonalities between the fans of these teams is they use these things called vuvuzelas, which are real loud noisemakers. And they use these vuvuzelas to inspire the players to do well when they're on the pitch. And one of the things that's cool about the World Cup is when they're all in the stands, you can't really tell which country is making the noise, as it sounds like just one huge noise that inspires all the players. And so once people are peacefully brought together, the people really watch. In 2014, the Super Bowl was the most watched event in U.S. history, which had 111.5 million viewers, according to CBS. In 2010, which was 4 years ago, since the World Cup is played every 4 years, the World Cup final had almost 1 billion viewers. That is 900 million more viewers than the Super Bowl had just this February, 1 month ago. And that was according to the Associated Press. The World Cup brings all ages and all age ranges and ethnic backgrounds together to peacefully partake in the watching of a universal sport that everyone loves. Thank you all very much.